Hello, beautiful people. Thanks for joining. Don't worry, it's not only going to be me. It's going to be also with Andrew and Megan Small. I just thought I come in here sooner to talk to you guys. So yes, thanks for joining. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to both channels. The pinned comment, I have both channels there, okay? So you can click on both channels to subscribe. I'm just sending this message. Those who are my members, who have joined as members, you have a phone number that you can call during this live to ask a question to Thomas. Hola, ¿qué tal, Marvin? to Andrew or Megan Small, okay? Because we're going to have fun today. A ninguna hora, ahorita estoy ocupada. So yes, I wasn't able to go to Florida, guys, because it's been raining like crazy here, and we've had issues with the school. The walls, 2 walls were taken away, which is why your donations are greatly appreciated. So thank you very much. And also because the farm got flooded, so we can't so the crop is lost, but I have to try to save as much as I can, from what is there. So I haven't been able to go there. Hello, Ginger Grucius. All of those of you who have membership, you can call the number that the members get, so you can ask questions, okay? So start thinking about that. And as always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you want to become a member, that's awesome, because we have amazing members lives. And go show support to Megan Small and Andrew which is in the pinned comment. Hi, Beth, Mo McIver. Any of the members can call the number and ask a direct question to Andrew and Megan Small. Okay, so we're gonna start today. I hope you go and see my latest video, because this is incredible, guys. This is absolutely incredible. Hi, Paulita. Hello, Judith Marrero. Thank you very much. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, guys. And yes, thank you very much for joining. We're going to get these two amazing people very shortly. I just wanted to give you a short intro. We're going to discuss so much, because so much is going on right now with everything in the royal family, with Harry mocking Gingers, thinking that he's funny when he's not. He's not funny. He's not funny, and he's an idiot. Okay. So yes. So thank you very much for joining. And thanks always, as usual, for coming here and watching and for watching the lives. So yes. Thanks very, very much. So let's get started with a few things. I don't know if you want me to get started right now or what, but let me get started with something here that I thought it was funny as hell. We're going to go check out Megan Small's Twitter. Today is the day of the Markle versus Markle showdown. It's going to be, people are saying that she doesn't have to show up because it's not a trial. This is a civil trial. So she doesn't need to show up on anything, but she needs to show up to be deposed, because this is a hearing where both Samantha and Meghan are going to be deposed by the judge in order to determine whether or not there should be a trial, or whether or not the case should go ahead. And the depositions are in person always. Okay, unless of course it's Meghan Markle and she decides not to show up. Okay, so yes, so we'll see what happens. I mean, what are the bets? Beth Mo McIver, yes, according to the rules, she has to show up in person, because this is a deposition. Lawyers can't depose on your behalf. And the judge refused the Zoom deposition. She said that it had to be in person. This is to determine or not whether it'll go to trial, because the judge wants to hear from both of them, from Samantha and Meghan Markle, whether or not it's going to go ahead or not. Hello, Moonchild. Yes, yes. Andrew and Megan Small are coming soon. Megan Small, she she forgot to take into consideration the time change for her, so she's going to be a little bit late, but she'll be here very soon. And Andrew is coming very shortly. Okay, so thank you very much all for joining. So yes. So I think she'll check into an eating disorder. Well, it's gonna be kind of hard because we just saw her in Florida partying her ass off with doing her white dance to Katy Perry, So yeah. Oh, hello, look who's here, Mr. Andrew POV. Hello, beautiful people.
Hello.
Andrew. Hello.
Hello.
Hola.
How's everything going today?
Oh, everything is wonderful as usual in my neck of the woods. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm ready for today. I'm so ready for this. I think that today could be, if we get the judgment we want with this call girl woman. I think that today could be it could be really good for the future if
Yeah.
if
Well, I don't think the judge would rule right away. What he's doing today is deposing Meghan and Samantha to determine whether or not there will be a trial. She needs to hear from the both of
them. Oral arguments.
Yes, but it's mostly both of them, from both, not only from the lawyers.
Mm-hmm. That's why they both had to show up, because Meghan lost the
Zoom.
She lost the challenge to do it over Zoom. So she probably wanted to do it from her, Montecito mansion over there. Probably have the kids in the basement. She's drinking wine, doing something, scrolling Twitter, and then she can go ahead and do her little oral arguments, however long it's going to take.
Well, the reason also why it's because they pretend that they have bad connections, so they don't hear anything, or they interrupt in special parts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have other YouTubers telling me that Meghan is not going to show because her lawyers can be deposed on her behalf. And as far as I'm aware, I've spoken to quite a few lawyers. I actually contacted the judge's chambers.
Yeah, I called this morning.
And you called too? What did they say to you?
They just said it's going to be at 1:30. They couldn't give me any other information. And
it's in person. It is an in-person thing. The lawyers can't do it. Right?
Yeah. That's all they told me. They just said, because I told them I was from the YouTube channel from POV, and they said, well, we can't give you any information to you yourself. You're going to have to wait till everything comes out. So we'll see how that goes.
No, but did you ask if it was an in-person thing? Because I asked.
Oh yeah, it's in person. Everything is supposed to be in person because she lost the motion. That's what the motion was for her to do all of it through Zoom. Because I'm pretty sure, we all know that Meg loves being filmed. She loves being in cameras, on camera, in pictures, but she's not going to want to do that in a courtroom, or outside of a courtroom.
She can't filter that.
Yeah.
She can't add filters to that, because that's going to be, I don't understand, because they told me in chambers that they don't allow cameras, no live streaming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
And I don't understand why, because it's a public hearing.
But it's fed. I believe this one's fed. If I understand.
Because Meghan is Meghan lives in California.
Yeah. I think it's all about where you filed the lawsuit. That a lot of that depends on. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you so much. All of that depends on where you filed the lawsuit. If it's fed, especially if it's fed. There's no kind of recordings allowed if it's federal. And just like with the Johnny Depp lawsuit, I think that the only thing that Johnny Depp truly had going for him was the fact that trial took place in Virginia. And, with something like this, I wish that we could get lucky enough, to see this trial live. That would be great. But unfortunately, since I don't
understand, because there are other federal things that are live, federal trials that you can request. Johnny's trial was federal, wasn't it?
No, Johnny's trial was state. It was in Virginia. And that's why it was such a good trial for him, because had it been in California, he would have been screwed. And that's also what happened to Marilyn Manson as well. Marilyn Manson's case was in California. A lot of this does depend on where you filed a lawsuit, what you're trying to do. And I don't know why, the exact reason why it's federal, like what makes it a federal case.
I really don't understand, because this is a civil trial. I think criminal trials Our
But
federal.
I know that court, the court that it's in, the Tampa court, that's the Southern District.
Yes.
So that's why it's a federal, Federal Judicial Service, District Judge, United States District Court for the Middle District of Florida, 2009. Let's see what else. Yeah, so it is a federal court, and from what I understand, no kind of federal anything. They don't allow any kind of recordings, visual, audio, anything.
But it is open to the public.
I don't know about open to the public. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it is open
you mean
to
like
the
in
public.
person?
Anybody
Yes.
can show up. Anybody can show up and go in.
Well, I can't say that because in the city that I live in, I do know about legal stuff here, and there's a federal court here in my city. And in a federal court, it's not like that. Like in a federal court, in the one, and I'm talking about here where I live. Okay, in the federal court here, it's like going on a plane. You have to take your shoes off. You can't take your phone in there with you. You have to go through a metal detector.
Yep.
Like I think Fed is very, very serious.
It's still open. I called and they said that if a member of the public can, but you can't bring phones and you go through that, the metal detector thing, but you can go. They have a limited number of media journalists are not allowed.
Yeah, that's probably something like that.
If you're a journalist, you're not allowed. And since YouTubers are not considered journalists, we can't go in. So
yeah, I would love to be a journalist as also a YouTuber. I'm trying to find here about that, the judges by division, because I have her website pulled up, and I'm trying to see about federal cases, federal court case. What is it, live or recordings?
Yeah,
that's basically what
court cases live.
Yeah, I think it's just basically where you can't do anything live in federal cases. That's what I understand.
Yeah, and you can't record it either.
Record.
I mean, they do have. This is what the judges. This is directly from the judges' chamber. Per judges' chambers, in-person hearing, open to the public, no live streaming or video allowed.
Oh, okay. See, then that's good. So, well, hopefully it's somebody. I mean, I'm pretty sure that someone from her camp is probably there.
Well, I'm sure there'll be Sussex squad.
Yeah.
You can go in, and it's open to the public. Yes, open to the public per judge's orders.
Yeah. So that's good. So more than likely, if some of the people listening out there, the best thing you can do is go and watch the Sussex profiles, because one of those profiles, or 12 or 13 or however many, one of them is Meghan. So one of those profiles will leak the information. That's probably where it's going to come from first.
Let me show you this because let me look for this, because I think we have, there's an account that's called Meghan Markle fan account. And that's one of hers, actually. I mean, she has like 12, 13 accounts,
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's only her either. I think that all of those people that she has on her team, I think they all have multiples, 10, 12 accounts.
Oh, yeah.
So you're talking about hundreds and hundreds of accounts for however many people that she has. Probably scabies, probably Harry. Harry probably has multiple accounts.
I'm sure he does.
Things like that. So these kind of things, you can't put it past these morons, because that's how they are. And they're going to use it as something to where they're going to have that information first and they're going to release it. That's more than likely what's going to happen.
Well, you know what? I think they're going to wait until, if things don't go in favor of Meghan Markle, they're not going to release it right away. They're going to wait until what the judge says, because the judge has to hear what they have to say, and then she has to think about it. And I think it'll be like a couple of weeks. I don't think she'll decide right then and there. She has to hear the arguments and stuff like that, and then she will,
Yeah, and then there'll be another hearing. They'll set date for another hearing.
Well, no, not really. This is the hearing to determine whether it goes forward. If the judge says this is going to go forward, she's going to release she's going to notify both of them and tell them it is going to go ahead. Yeah. So if it goes ahead, we're going to find out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And we'll see what happens. Andy's not going because he doesn't live in Florida.
Yeah. Me, am I going? No, I'm not. No, I'm not going. I live in central the United States. More central. That's the time the time zone that we're in here. But I do know that it's all going to be, for me, I do know, what is she going to say that could possibly warrant the judge to say no to the actual trial? I don't know what it is. The only thing I think with Samantha's case is the actual case itself. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You know, the fact that she is just simply kind of not admitting that she had a sibling in the documentary. I think that's something to do with that.
There's a couple of things with that, because when she went into Oprah thing, and I did a video about this exactly a year and a half ago, that I talked to a lawyer, and the lawyer that I talked to said the following, and I did a video about this. And it's basically, he said, had Meghan Markle kept it for example, I was raised as an only child, everybody who knew me, blah, 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 blah. Hello. Oh, Meghan. Hello, how are you?
Hi, friends. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry I'm late. Hi.
I know. You didn't take into consideration the time change, you
Oh
know?
my God, not at all. Like,
we were just talking, Megan's Mole. We were just talking about the following. I did a video about a year ago when Meghan did the thing about Oprah, the interview Oprah. And I did a video where I said that I talked to a friend of mine who's a lawyer, right? And my friend said that had Meghan kept it during the interview, as I was raised as an only child, everybody who knew me thought I was an only child, that would have been okay, because that's personal perception, even though that's false. But where she stepped the line, and I did this in my video, was where she said, this is why I'm pregnant again, to give Archie a sibling, because I didn't have siblings growing up. That's not a statement of perception. That is a statement of fact.
Yeah.
She said, I wish I had siblings. She even said, I wish I had siblings.
I wish I had siblings. She didn't say, I wish I had siblings growing up.
Yeah.
As she added, this is why I always say that words matter. And then the second part is when she said, because during that time, Andrew, Samantha was promoting her book.
Yeah.
So during that time, then Meghan came out and said, and in that very same interview, that Samantha had changed her last name only after she had started dating Harry, which is false.
Yeah.
If she not used the word only, she would be okay.
Yeah.
But by using the word only, she's implying that Samantha is commercializing and capitalizing from Meghan, like, oh, she only changed her last name to Markle when I started dating Harry. What does that imply to you?
Well, that Samantha's just trying to ride her coattails. Samantha's using her. Samantha had nothing to do with, basically, when Meghan said something like that. If I was a person who wasn't following the saga as close as, say, us three were, I would think that, oh, Samantha, okay, like, I look at it from my friends' perspectives, I should put it that way, who don't know as much, who just saw the Oprah interview, and they believed, oh, Samantha just did this to ride her coattails because she was engaged now to a prince. She was now dating a prince. She wanted the clout. And it's like, well, no, she was Markle before.
Yeah.
She deserves to have her last name if she gets divorced and wants to switch back. I mean, she has every right. Meghan's entire lies are just so pathetic. I don't even understand. I know she's a narcissist, but the lies are so stupid, right?
Yeah,
like,
but when you actually think about that lie right there, that Samantha wanted to ride her coattails. What coattails? Like, exactly. Meghan has she has her head so far up her own ass.
Yeah.
That what coattails are you talking about? Are you trying to say, Meghan, that Samantha could have monetized her relation to you and to the fact that you were married to Harry? Is that what she's trying to say? Because that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
That's what she's saying. That's
what she's trying to say. That's so stupid. How would you do that? How would you even say, like, are you talking about because of a book, or you're going to sell a book? You're going to sell an interview? Like, oh, I'm Meghan Markle's sister. I'm like, no offense to Samantha when I say this, no offense to Samantha whatsoever. But if someone was to tell me, oh, I'm Meghan Markle's sister, Well, that's great. Like, good for you. Yeah, I don't know what you want me to do. You want me to pay you?
Obviously, in Meghan's mind, she
Yeah.
thinks that she is
So important.
queen turd of Tittletown
Yeah.
and is like better than everyone. She doesn't want anyone to mention her name. She doesn't want her family to have anything to do with her name or trying to make money off of her name.
Yeah.
Because look at it this way, she's doing the same thing to us, right? Like, I'm not going to say the big D word anymore,
Yeah.
but like, look at what she's done to my channel, right? Look at how she's treated her own father for speaking out about her. But it's okay for the Sussex squad to have a Venmo account, Cash App account, as long as they're speaking positively about
Yeah.
her.
Rules for thee, not for me. That's how they all are.
Exactly. That's exactly how it is for Meghan. That's how it's always been. And I kind of blame Thomas for indulging her so much as a child, but this is how she's been brought up too.
I mean, that's that poor man. You really can't.
I
You
feel
really can't
bad
say
for
because
him.
that man is.
No,
I feel bad for him, to be
I
honest.
do.
Like,
I
I have 3 children, and to think if one of my children would have treated me like that, I don't know. I don't know how he still does that, because we did read the story where it says where Thomas has said that he still loves her and he still like wants to be a part of her life. And I'm sorry, like, if one of my kids did that, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna die on my deathbed and you better not be there. So I don't. That man is obviously a great man.
He's still.
And you know what's worse, guys? You know what's worse? When in that interview, she said basically that she didn't know Samantha. If like you said, Molly, if you didn't follow the saga, you would think that Samantha was a stranger who's falsely claiming to be Meghan Markle's sibling to capital and change only her last name to capitalize after. It would be like, Joe from the street using the Markle name to make money off of her, because she said she didn't grow up and she didn't know these people.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny about all of this? Meghan is doing the exact same thing to the royal family that she doesn't want Samantha to. She's doing the exact same thing by riding the royals' coattails, by using the Duchess of Sussex constantly. Like, as Andrew said, rules for thee, but not for me, right?
It's always like that with these two people. And I think you can even see it more with the whole traveling thing that these two morons do, where they're always traveling on private jets. But yet they're traveling on private jets. And I did just do the video where Harry has traveled in the last 7 weeks. Okay. Harry has traveled 10 private jet flights, but yet we're supposed to take any kind of bullshit from Harry saying that we should be more eco-friendly when we travel. Well, how about you do it yourself, you stupid idiot? That's one thing I don't get.
Yeah, I've always, with this whole thing about the more wealthy trying to tell us about watch our carbon footprint. Well, you know what? There's a ton of billionaires and rich folks like Leonardo DiCaprio, like Bill Gates, like Klaus Schwab, who are flying around constantly on private jets, who are always using gas guzzlers, but they're telling us that we need to watch our carbon footprint. When you guys stop using gas guzzlers and stop flying around on private jets is when I will give a shit about my 2 or 3 commercial jet flights that I take a year, right? Like, piss off with that.
I haven't flown since I was 12 years old. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. You want me to tell you what it sounds more like to me? It sounds more like to me like these people know that they fly a lot, so they feel guilty about it. So in order to dissuade that guilt, they tell everyone else.
They deflect.
I mean, I don't know what the hell hey, Harry, I don't know what you want me to do, bro. I haven't flown since 2005. What the hell are you talking about, you moron?
The thing with Meghan Markle and her fans and Christopher Boozy, they're all about deflection. Whatever they're complaining about, like right now, Boozy went and did something with Jack Royston and Newsweek about how Andy Signor and Steph were in Montecito, right? And they were just holding signs by the freeway, like doing a chicken dance. It was pretty hilarious. And Chris Boozy is making a stink about it, like this is dangerous behavior. However, he doesn't mention that Joe Diva Runner was at a park less than half a mile down from their house not even a month ago. She was going to all the same places as well, and she was sharing photographs online. I know the Sussex squad are listening to our live right now, so they know, I know they will hear this. But they're complete hypocrites. They are now complaining and making a stink about Andy doing exactly the same thing, not as invasive as what Joe Diva was doing, because she was posting pictures of parks that were right around the corner from Harry and Meghan's gate and things like that. And I remember the Sussex squad did give her some shit for it. But still, it's all deflection, right? Anything that they're complaining that we are doing, they are the ones doing it 100 times worse. That's it.
See, and this is here. I have the quote right here. What Boosie said right here. The transfer of online harassment to the real world highlights the need for a robust approach to combating cyberstalking and online abuse. So I just want to ask Boosie and all the Meghan's morons out there. So you're basically admitting that everything that you say is online. Mm-hmm. You're basically admitting that none of this shit is for the real world. Yeah. That's what you're basically admitting. If I was to see Harry in person, I'd call him a bitch. I'd tell him he's a fucking pussy. But if I was to see Boosie in person, same thing. But let me guess, Boosie. If I was to meet Harry in person, then what? I was stalking him? Then what? All this kind of shit? Because we know if someone from the Sussex squad was to go anywhere near the royal family or to anywhere near Kensington Palace, they'd probably love it. They'd probably be totally cool with it.
Oh, have you not seen the Sussex squaddies that post photos of themselves standing in front of Buckingham Palace, posing in front of there, but they're wearing a Sussex squad shirt? They don't understand. You're still standing in front of Buckingham Palace, the home of these so-called racist royals that you hate.
There it is right there. Let's say that someone was standing in front of the gate of Meghan and Harry's house. Yeah. You just said, Meghan's mole, that they've stood in front of Kensington Palace. Mm-hmm. So then that means if someone stood in front of Harry and Meghan's house, why is that not okay? Oh, it's not okay because only we can do it. You all can't. Yeah. That's why. Friggin'
ridiculous. You know what's funny is that Christopher Boozy poking his big fat nose in everyone's business when he is the biggest online troll there is. This is the same guy who hasn't left his kitchen in over 3 years.
But I think that's the point. What did you just say, Megan's Mole? What did you just say? Online.
Yeah, online.
Because what do they want to do? What do these people want to do? They want to be in their kitchen, and it's just and then when you call them out and you say, hey, what's up? I'm gonna go to Montecito. You want to meet, or what's the deal? You want to do some shit? They'd be like, oh no, that's stalking, that's harassment. No, Boosie, you're a fucking pussy, dude. You're a coward. You want to be in your kitchen on your phone. But then if I was to meet you in person, you'd cry like a little bitch, bro. Because that's what these people are. They're cowards. That's literally it. If you were to meet them in person, they would call the police and they'd be like, oh my God, look, you're from the police, please help me. That's what they would do because they're fucking pussies.
Well, that's all what he has done too. I know you weren't around during the whole when Boozy was attacking Yankee Wally, but that's what he would do. He would tag the Met Police in his post. Yeah.
Because do you remember the kids in school back when we were in school, and they would say, oh, nanny, you're not going to do anything. And then you'd go and you'd knock them right in the mouth. And then what was the first thing they would do? Principal, principal, he hit me, principal. Bro, you're a friggin' bitch, bro. You're a little girl. That's what you want. Why don't you go sit in the corner with your other coward friends?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That's
sorry. No, please. I love listening to you guys, but talk about stalking. I'm going to share something with you guys, and you tell me if this is not stalking, okay? Tell me if this is not stalking. I don't know what it is.
Can we talk about the Sussex squad showing up at every single event?
Look.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I've seen that.
Cut the music. Yeah, I don't want you to get.
Yeah, we don't want to get to. Yeah. She was going through his car, right? She was looking through all of his shit.
Yep. Now, if this wasn't this wasn't Prince Harry's phone. This is Prince William's car. This is where people get it wrong. This is William's car.
Yeah, that's William's car. I saw that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's not Harry's. If you're going through your husband's car and you get caught like going or looking for something, or this lady says she hit a microphone. But you know,
Probably.
you say I'm looking through my house for my husband's stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you walk away like that? And he's like, "You better leave, bitch."
Oh,
And then she goes
really
back
shit
again. She
herself.
goes back
Stop.
again, and she gets told off again. Like, oh, I didn't know it's the same car.
I can't even believe you. This is my thing. Okay. This is my thing when something like this occurs. I can't even believe that's a thing. Like, I can't even believe that we're literally looking at a video where a person that's supposed to be considered a classy person, a classy person, and they were an ex-member of the royal family, and they were snooping through someone else's vehicle. Like, I can't believe that that's even something that we're saying. It's so beyond my
Andrew,
thinking.
how could you not believe it when we saw in the Netflix thing how many photos she was taking from the very beginning?
No. I mean, as in a way of, you're not supposed to be that way when you're a member of the royal family.
Well, you're just not supposed to be that way in general.
Yeah, in general, period. Like, you're not supposed to snoop through other people's shit. And
yeah, I've always said she is the type of person that I would never let into my house. I understand why Kevin Costner, I don't know,
way.
kept them outside, right? Because
he
she
ran
probably
away.
go rifling through his underwear drawer and start sniffing his undies or something. Like, these Harry and Meghan showed themselves to be the type of people that if they were to come into your house, they would be not only like checking out your entire place to see what you have and what you don't have. Oh, I've got sirens in the back. Sorry.
That's okay.
But would also be the type that I wouldn't trust them in my home. Like, we heard stories and allegations about Doria and Meghan and things going missing at the hotel before the wedding, right? So they seem like sticky-fingered couples. I'm just saying, that's my opinion.
Well, because you have to remember, even the story about Meghan taking photos in the nursery, because it's not about stealing. It's not about taking photos where you're not supposed to. It's just about the fact that they want it. Like, they like that rush that comes with, like when you saw Meghan there going through the car, like, she has a rush inside when she's going through that, because she knows it's not hers. She knows it's William's. So you get a rush inside. And that's what Meghan likes. And that's why it's the same thing when she took those photos of the nursery. What was she going to do with them? She was going to sell them. The same thing when she stole those jewels. What's the plan to steal the jewels? You're going to sell them on eBay or sell them in general? Or it would be something like Meghan would hold the jewels in her hand and she's looking and she's like, yeah, these are mine. I stole them. Like, but that's how these people are. And I think that you're looking at someone within these two people where, how do you say, it's trash. It's trash. I was trying to find a better word for that, but that's what it is. They're trash.
Degenerate. I call it degenerate behavior.
I call it skanky behavior.
Degenerate behavior. You like,
look at this. This is the pap setup.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
It's like, where are all the bodyguards? This could have been a man with a gun. Oh, now the bodyguard gets out, right?
Well, because they knew. That's why. I think when you have something like this, everything was known. Like, I remember when that happened. When that happened right there, I was still kind of early in the game, and I remember I thought that everything was Meghan. And now, from everything that I know now, I wouldn't have a hard time believing that both of those morons set that whole thing up. And Harry's down for it too, because he does love the attention. He loves everything being on him. And a lot of people have said the way that South Park roasted them and Family Guy roasted them. I think they like it. I think they like that everyone is talking about them and they want it that way. They don't care if it's positive. They don't care if it's negative. It's just the simple fact that they're talking about them. That's what they That's what they want.
And it's so funny. Guys, one of these people, they're leaving comments in Spanish, but one of them says, Gabby Marquez says they're recording Netflix part 2, and then the other one below says puro cuento. She must be one.
Yeah.
That basically translates to bloody tales, just tales. It is. It is. I mean, the comments are brutal. The comments are brutal, guys. But I mean, this is. You think Harry was in on it?
I think Harry's in on a lot of it. I think that Harry's in on everything, and especially with that stupid comedy shit that he just tried to
Oh
pull.
yeah, let's look at that. Let's look at that, Megan, because I got your stuff here. So we're gonna share Megan Small and listen, and we're gonna comment on that because there's a couple of points I will make if you let me, and I'll tell you why this matters.
So we're not doing the thing?
No.
No.
But out of an abundance of caution, I have been working on this particular act for quite some time, and everyone I know tells me it's perfect. And no, these aren't people who just tell me what I want to hear. Oh, no. These are people like my manager, my lawyer, and of course my Reiki healer. So we're not doing the thing?
No.
I thought that was going rather well. But
She always has to emasculate him, huh? Can
Hey,
you
I'm
imagine?
sorry. I don't feel bad about that anymore.
I don't feel bad for him at all.
I used to be. There was this one video I made. I remember when she said something. She was talking over him, and I said that Meghan emasculates him. It's even on my TikTok. But now I don't give a shit. This man deserves everything. He deserves everything. And if she ends up, being, what was that movie with the woman that she took the guy in, and then she like kidnaps him, and he's sick, and she has him in a bed. Oh my God! I forgot what the movie.
I know which movie you're talking about.
And it's like a thriller, and the guy gets
Rosemary's Baby.
I don't know about that. I'm not sure.
Isn't it a woman who kidnaps a guy and she has him tied up and no, it's not Rosemary's Baby. I know which one it is. Has him tied up in the bed and he has to escape, or the other.
And she's
Misery.
she's like infatuated with him, and that's basically what this guy is. Except he wants to be in the bed. He wants to be in the bed.
It's the Kathy Bates film.
Kathy Bates film. That one.
Misery.
Kathy Bates film.
Let me tell you a couple of things about this. I did a video today. Please go watch it. Harry has 4 medals. I don't know if you noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is for going to Afghanistan. The other one is for the order.
The participation medals.
Yeah, one of them is for going to Afghanistan. The other one for being 5 years in the military. The other one they quit for the Jubilee, and the fourth one was given to him by the Queen for personal service to her. None of those medals are earned. And then he has a 5th medal, which King Charles gave to him for the coronation. That medal basically symbol, and it was given to all the military to mark the occasion, because then that means that there's a new monarch, and by you wearing a medal as a serviceman, former or whatever, you pledge your allegiance to the king. And guess which medal he was not wearing today?
That one, yeah, of course.
And I don't understand. Please go watch my video, because how many more treasonous acts must this man commit in order for him to be labeled a traitor? And
the traitor and the tramp.
Yeah, be removed from the line of succession, be removed from the royal website, have those unverified children removed from the line of succession as well. Because what people don't understand is that if those children were not born out of Meghan Markle's body, they can't be called royal, even if they come from Harry, because they were not born in the legitimate manner that it's required for them to be classified as royals. Even if their children, even if Harry donated his sperm and they're his kids biologically, they would still not be allowed to be called royal, nor hold any titles. And by him not wearing that medal from King Charles means that him particularly does not recognize Charles as king, which is treason.
Yeah. Well, I think that one also goes into, I don't know if you saw this story yesterday, this Denise Welsh, that's her name. Okay, she came out in support of the 2 morons, and she started talking about depression, right? She started talking about postnatal depression. But the problem is, Denise, you idiot, the problem is that if you're talking about postnatal depression and nobody believes that she even gave birth to those children, well, what the hell are you talking about then? What postnatal depression? How are you going to have postnatal depression even if It was a surrogate, because the people that do believe that those children are real, I don't believe they're real. I think they're rented. The people that do believe that those children are real, you actually have to give birth in order to have postnatal depression. So this Denise Welsh moron, that's why it's always something like this. It's always like, oh, we're sad, we're the victim, we're depressed. It's all it's always something, and that's why that it's bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you guys think? What do you think, Meghan Small, about all of this? Because I mean, what will it take for Charles to grow some balls and say enough is enough? Oh, thank you very much, Idris Sorrell. Hi, Paula. Andrew Molly, Trader and the Trump. That's a great thing. Yeah, but go ahead. What do you think it'll be?
Honestly, if Charles didn't do anything when Spare was published and we all read that Harry wanted to mind control and take his father out with a Typhoon fighter jet, the fact that Charles did nothing about that, and that was a direct threat to his own father, tells me that they will just continue coddling him like they have his entire life.
Yeah, because they don't take him seriously.
I know that
they think he's a friggin' joke.
I know he's a joke, but think about it. If I, a normal person, went and said on my YouTube channel or put it up on my Twitter posting that I'm going to do this XYZ to King Charles, right? Just like how Harry did in his book, then I would be investigated. I would have police come and knock on my door.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But and that's the thing with it. It's Harry, you see, and just think about the mindset of someone that's never been punished for anything they've ever done. I think that there's a lot of things Harry's done in his life he would have gone to jail for already in the past.
Sorry, I've got sirens going on around here. Sorry.
Hear it. That's okay. Like I'm right now. I have the Sussex squad. And what's it called? I'll show you the Instagram account. They have an Instagram account, clearly, right?
I wanted to ask something first. Andrew, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
So number one, you know that all the ladies love listening to your opinions, right? We love listening to
I didn't know that.
You're incredible.
Oh,
but besides that, you mentioned earlier you have 3 children.
Yeah.
Right? Could your partner who was pregnant squat? Could you see them do a full squat at 8 months?
No, actually, as a matter of fact, I've asked her about that, and she said no. I've shown her that video of it was Meghan squatting. I think it was in that beige dress. I think it was, and I showed it to her, and she's like, "Yeah, no, I never. I mean, I was with her the whole 9 months when my youngest was born, and my 2 older ones, they're my stepchildren, but I love them like they're my own." Okay. And I was with her through the whole pregnancy. And I mean, I know that because I'm the one that got all of the morning sickness and everything that went through when she was pregnant. And no, I remember, she was walking and she would be hobbling and stuff like that. And I don't know how someone could do that. And then another problem that I have is that there's women out there that are on Twitter and they're like, oh yeah, women can do that. I could do that. I used to be able to do that. And I'm like, okay, well then you could, I guess. But it's not something that you can, it's not something that I don't know. I'm a guy, I can't get pregnant, but well, I don't know if I can say that. Can I say that? We're not going to get canceled.
You can say that.
But I think it's just something to where she's allowed because people are going to defend her for that reason. Like that Denise Welsh woman. She's saying that Meghan had postpartum. How?
That Denise Welsh woman, you're talking about the older lady with the white short hair, right? Yeah, she's a nut job. She's a total Meghan Markle fanatic. Her son is actually completely yoked. He's a singer too, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you that Denise Welsh, whatever she says, take it with a grain of salt to let it go in one ear and out the other. She's full of BS. I think she's just paid to push Meghan's narrative because Meghan wants to push the whole prenatal depression and all that, right? She wants to always be the victim, right?
It's always something like that. Depression, postnatal, money problems,
Exactly.
weight
Now
problems.
it's the whole her getting overly skinny and she just happens to wear dark stockings to make her legs appear thinner, right?
You don't think that stockings thing was a shot at the royal family?
Of course it was, because
That's what I thought.
she never followed royal protocol. She didn't wear her stockings around the queen. She wouldn't dare to. She always had those disgusting knees that looked like faces. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
so creepy. But yeah, it was definitely that. And it was also to get people, because black makes you look slimmer too, right?
But she doesn't need to. I think it's a mental thing. I mean, you're talking about mental illness.
That's
and
her
you're talking,
next victim narrative. She's saying that she's playing up the whole. We saw pictures of her hiking with weights around her ankles, right? So she's doing this on purpose to lose the weight, to get people talking about her like, oh, look at Meghan. She's under so much stress. They have money troubles. They have all these issues, but yet she's wearing a $5,000 Valentino dress, right?
because you still have to look a certain way, the way she
I
wants.
know, but this is her narrative. Paula, I think you're on mute, honey. We can't hear you.
Oh no, we can't hear you.
Yeah, you're on mute.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So go for it. You were saying?
Where were we?
I don't remember.
That she was holding the weights in her legs and her ankles.
Yeah,
and
remember there was that photo of her hiking with Marcus Anderson when Harry was on one of his trips to the UK. I think it was for court or something. And she was seen the day after, I think it was Archie's birthday or some BS like that, taking a hike. And she was wearing hiking boots. She was wearing a handkerchief around her neck. And she was wearing super thick blue socks. And if you look clearly under those socks, there are ankle weights under those socks. So she's like
Are you talking about this year?
Yeah. I'll send
when she had on all of that jewelry.
Yeah, she went hiking.
Yeah. I remember that. That was the pep walk.
Yeah.
That was the pep walk.
She had ankle weights on during that time. So she's doing this to get people talking about her like she's a victim, she's losing weight, or maybe she's going to push the narrative that Harry is stressing her out to the point that she can't take care of herself, because it's always about poor Meghan, right? That's what it is all the time. Poor Meghan.
You have to feel sorry for everything, and it's, what I call that is weaponized empathy. Mm-hmm. And what they do is they try and just make themselves into the victim at all times. It doesn't matter if you actually are. They keep repeating the lie over and over and over again, and they weaponize the empathy so that way everybody has to look at them as a victim, and it's just fake. And unfortunately for us, I think the biggest problem with Twitter is the anonymity thing, and I know that that's a bad thing to say, but I think if you were to have something on Twitter where the profiles aren't allowed to be anonymous and it just can be some random ass name with a bunch of numbers on the end, and you had to actually prove you were a person, I think everything would be different, because everything on Twitter would fall apart. And I know that that's not okay to say, because people do like some sort of anonymity. I know that there are anti-Meghan people as well with the anonymous accounts. So that's why, people don't want others to know who they are. So there is that. Yeah, this one. Yeah, that one. Yeah. That one.
That's the one.
That was totally a
passport. Scroll down. She's wearing a weight around her waist. Okay. If you see her pants, underneath her ankles, you can see there's bulk there, right? Those are ankle weights underneath those socks. And then Paula, if you scroll up a little bit so I can see her pants, a little bit lower there. If you zoom in, you can see there's something underneath her shirt. She's wearing a weight belt around her waist to make herself lose the weight quicker.
But what weight? I think we have something. I think we're looking at a real problem here. And I'm talking about right here. I think that there's something serious going on where when she looks in the mirror, she sees a fat girl. And hey, that's not our problem. That's her problem. But as far as it goes, what weight? She even looked like she had a little bit of muscle tone there, and she doesn't look like that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is, I don't think she was doing it because she has a mental thing that she thinks she's fat. I think she's doing it because she wants to be like Princess Diana. She needs to build a narrative that Diana was that thin because Diana had bulimia. So there in that picture, from what I understand, she actually wanted people to believe she was pregnant because if you look, it looks like a little bit of a belly.
Yeah.
So people are wondering, is she pregnant or is she doing body weights or something like that? Because now she's creating the narrative. Like when she said in Oprah, she no longer wanted to be alive anymore. Now she's creating the narrative that she's that thin because, of course, of all the online abuse, because they're trying. Remember when she went on the mental health thing in New York with Carlson Daly? She said that they need to censor social media or do something because to protect the children, of course. She doesn't know, because she's not a mother, that there's such a thing as parental controls in pretty much every device.
Well, no. I'm going to have to push back on that. She knows that there's parental controls. She knows that there's all kinds of things that can help you with your online experience. She knows what she's doing, and she's doing it on purpose. And when you truly look at that, that is so dangerous, because that means people like you, Paula, people like you, Meghan Small, and people like myself, that means we're not supposed to be allowed to speak. We're supposed to be shut up because she's not okay with criticism. And that's not our fault. That's your fault. You're a public figure. We can talk shit about you all we want.
Yeah, I think she's just cosplaying the whole thing. She knows about parental control. How
She
can you
knows
not
everything she's
know
doing.
about that? I mean, you turn on your TV and it's right there in your guide. You can set it up. Like, everyone knows about that.
Yeah.
But I think, like I said, Meghan just wants to censor and be able to push her own narrative and propaganda while cosplaying Diana 2.0 and thinking in her. Obviously, we can see that there is something wrong with this woman because she's never herself. She always has to pretend to be someone that she is not. One minute she's dressing up like Angelina Jolie, or she's dressing up like Ivanka Trump. She gets married to a dimwit and thinks she's on the same level as Diana and can boss everyone around. There is something wrong with her, and that's just my opinion because of the way that she moves and what we've been seeing of her in the last, how long has she been shoved down our throats now since she's jumped on Harry's Todger? What, 6 years now?
Well, I mean, I know I can speak to that for the WME signing. It's been the last 6 months, every single day. That's what I think. I think when you're looking at that, but then like you said, ever since they were married, she went to Invictus games when they were just boyfriend, girlfriend. And like, that's it right there. That's enough for me. I remember when I found that out, I was like, seriously, man, speaking about Harry, you let her go to your deal when she was your girlfriend, not even your wife. I mean, she can suck a golf ball through a water hose. That's the only explanation for me. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, it was said that she would allow Harry to go places where no other woman would let him go. And I guess you can get what I'm going at. But yeah.
Well, I forgot who said that she likes tossing salads.
Kevin Blatt said that.
Kevin Blatt said that. Yeah. That's like her thing. So maybe that's how she broke him. She tossed a salad. Now he's not the same man.
Disgusting. I'd rather make out with a toilet than toss a salad.
No, I think that there's something. But you also have to remember who she is. Like when a woman like that has been around, because she obviously has, hey, and again, I'm not knocking sex work. You want to make money, go ahead and make money. But when a woman has been around like that, she knows what she's doing. Yeah. Oh, I've seen those two. I saw those two. Yeah.
Yeah, but you would think that she would know what she's doing, just because, this is something that I've learned. Just because your great grandmother has been cooking and passed on by generations, it doesn't mean that she's a good cook. It just means that, what if she was a terrible cook and what she's been teaching is what she's passing around? Because if Meghan were that good, she would have found a husband in North America, very wealthy husband when she was younger. Because when Meghan started joining Soho House was in 2012. She was already 32 years of age. She was not a spring chicken.
Yeah.
Her expiration date in Hollywood was over with, and but she was still, like, and she'd been doing it for quite a while, because you guys know that the streets of Hollywood rejection are brutal, and the couch casting
couch.
very much there.
Oh,
So Meghan Markle even had that. I believe that it was rumored that she had this thing, the working actress, and she would say, like, I feel like coming to their house and cuddling and with a bottle of wine. I'm sick and tired of kissing the smelly man with mouth being treated like shit and all kinds of stuff. So this is a woman who lies about everything, because we know that from 2003 she hooked up with Trevor, who was a successful thing. She didn't. The story about her car was a lie, going through the back, just because Julia Roberts or something like that, some movie she saw that. Her father has come out and debunked that. She had a very nice car. Trevor Engelson, she was living with Trevor Engelson.
Yeah.
She lied to Suits cast about being union, when her father got her in the union, but you need to pay the fees. And apparently she didn't do that. But this is a woman who lies about everything. And I mean, I ask you guys, do you think that she continues to do that? Because when she was a nobody paid attention to her lies. They let her slide. But now that she hit the big time through a huge platform, riding the coattails of the royal family, because the only reason why her phone calls are allowed or even taken is because she's using the Duchess title.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear Meghan Markle.
I mean, it's more something about where, like you said, that she used to lie before she was like real big famous. I mean, if you used to lie, then you're going to do it now, because that's the only thing you know. You don't know anything else. She probably doesn't even remember her own name sometimes, because her name isn't Meghan, it's Rachel. So she probably doesn't even remember that her first name is Rachel. She probably thinks that she's this Duchess, princess of. She probably calls herself princess in closed doors. She probably wears a tiara or some kind of shit. She probably does some really nasty shit that we don't know about. And I think there's something about it where you don't know, because you're simply not in her head, but there's something wrong there.
I mean, what do you think, man, Small? I mean, the fact of the matter is that they are getting away. I mean, Harry basically goes right now and insults the king by not wearing the medal that he got awarded. He wears the other 4 participation medals, because he really didn't earn them.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't wear the one with the coronation of the king, which just was a historic event. As I said in my channel, I'm no big fan of King Charles, but even I would wear that medal, because it's part of history. It's the first king in 70 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you wear it because he's a military, whether you are a veteran or part of the active military duty, wearing the medal means that you pledge your allegiance to the king.
Yeah, and that just means that he doesn't.
Yeah, but he's still on the royal website, so why does he care? He can do whatever the hell. Harry, in my eyes, like the way that I think right now is that Harry does whatever the hell he wants, and he knows his dad won't do shit. And that's how it's going.
Yeah,
right?
He thinks it's a game.
Yeah, exactly. It's a game to him. And at the end of the day, like I said, Harry is still being coddled by his dad.
Mm-hmm.
There's not going to be any repercussions to Harry's actions until Harry has to do something that will hurt Camilla before Charles does something. That's my opinion.
Oh yeah, Camilla's untouchable for her.
Yeah.
For I mean,
and as long as Harry can
come before his kids, we know that. That's a fact. And if you're any Charles lovers, suck it, because it's the truth.
Yeah, no, but what do you think about Camilla in this next book? Do you think that the scabies goes after Camilla?
Absolutely.
Of course. The book is basically, in my opinion, the book is just going to be full of bullshit that Harry and Meghan have fed him. That's it. Because I know Omid Scobie has said, oh, well, I've had direct contact with members of the royal family. Well, who? Harry and Meghan? Because no one else in the royal family would talk to a plastic
Eugenie.
Well, there's Eugenie too. But you think Beatrice? I don't think Beatrice as much. I think definitely.
What I've learned about Beatrice, people are underestimating. Beatrice is more of a snake than Eugenie.
Because they both look like snakes.
No, but Eugenie
Eugenie
at least is more open. Beatrice is a real snake. And I don't know if you've seen all these articles that Charles must take the York girls into active duty,
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
members of the royal family.
Well, because they probably want them closer, so that way they can get more information.
No, I don't think that.
No?
I think if that's happening, the only reason I think maybe that would happen is they're putting out feelers to see how the public would feel with the York girls being part of the royal family. Because maybe Charles is thinking, if I bring in the York girls, then I can bring in Andrew, who's still on the website. Then I can bring in Harry, who's still on the website. Maybe he's looking for a way to bring back these two.
The only thing that I would push back on that is I've seen a lot. And when I say this, I mean like 80%. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people say that if Harry was to ever come back to the royal family, they would stop supporting Charles and they would only support William. So I think that there's something there where there's obviously a reason. There's obviously a reason we don't know why Charles is doing it. But, you know, and that's why nobody agreed with me when I said that the speech was a shot at the two morons, because he said my beloved daughter-in-law and he said my son. And I know that people aren't probably going to like what I'm about to say. I think that was a shot, and I think that was a good shot. And I think that when the two morons heard Charles say that, I think it hit them, and it hit them hard. Because that's what Meghan wants to be. She wanted to be Catherine the whole time she was there. She was just a lazy ass, and she didn't like having to put in any type of work. So when you look at when Charles says, my beloved daughter, I think it was just like the TikTok that I made where Charles said that, and then Meghan is Regina George from Mean Girls, and she's screaming at the top of her lungs. No, there aren't any updates on the court case yet because it hasn't started. It doesn't start for another hour.
Yeah, and also they're not allowed live cameras or any recording from inside.
We probably won't have any updates probably either till tonight or depending on who releases the information first.
Yeah, I just want to say something, Andy. I'm so glad that you, in a way, you're kind of like a virgin in terms of royalty, UK royal things, right? Because the reason why Harry, people say there's no way Harry will ever be accepted by the royal family. You should have seen what they said about Camilla. That there was no way on earth that she would ever be married to Charles. Remember that, Molly? There was no way on earth that, I mean, she was the most hated woman in the universe.
Yeah.
Okay. You should see the headlines. Yeah. Okay. It took Charles 21 years to kind of, and when, in order for him to convince people to allow his marriage to be sort of acceptable. In 2005, before that, he promised that Camilla would never be called queen, that she would be known as princess consort. That's an official statement from Clarence House. That's a compromise that he actually reached to allow Parliament to marry Camilla.
Yeah.
In 2020, he was asked again, Clarence House was asked again if they were going to uphold that statement, that agreement. Charles changed the writing and said, we have every intention of honoring that, right? It went from Camilla will be known as princess consort to, well, we have every intention of honoring that. And then the queen, and it wasn't the queen who inserted that sentence, by the way. And this is a horrible thing that happened when the queen was dying, that all the courtiers and everybody starts to favor the one that's coming because they know that the other one is going.
Yeah.
So they want to be in their good graces. Parliament, there's even articles that were put out where Parliament were really angry because they have to basically approve of all communications that the monarch releases. And the last letter did not include Queen Consort, that it was her sincere wish, because you know why? That's anti-constitutional, because the queen, the outgoing monarch, can never dictate who's going to be the next in line, because Parliament has to approve that. Parliament has to offer the throne to Charles. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
So for the queen to have said, our late queen to have said, I wish Camilla to be known as Queen Consort, she was overstepping her constitutional role, which the queen never did. This is what the UK Parliament was so angry about it, because they said you're not supposed to be doing that, because what if we don't offer the role? What if we offered it to William? How can Camilla be known as queen consort? So that was a sneaky thing that Charles did. So Camilla went from being the most hated woman on earth. This woman had to hide. And yeah, she's queen. They call her queen and they bow to her.
Can I sneak in something in here?
Please.
Yeah.
We all saw Camilla at the opening of Parliament yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She looks quite bored, huh? Like she didn't want to be there. She'd rather be doing something else.
I noticed that. You're talking about when they were like sitting next to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I did
She
see that.
looked like she'd rather be somewhere else with a gin and tonic in her hand, a cigarette, and like having a chill somewhere. To me, I feel like Camilla, we all know, like, I feel like she's never wanted to be queen, right? I feel like, in my opinion, Camilla has wanted to be the type of woman who just has a simple life, just a socialite life, right? Just hosting parties and just living life on her own terms, right? But having the high life too. I feel like all these duties and having to go meet people and doing things, I think it's totally not her. Like she's not into it. Like she doesn't want to do it. Right.
I mean, that's the same that I would say about Meghan. I remember when I was doing research on Meghan and I used to see the photos of her. There was this one photo, I forgot which one it was. It's where Harry is like trying to shake the hand of someone and Meghan is just standing there with her hands like this. And she's just standing there and you could see it on her face. She doesn't want to be there. Like she doesn't want to be doing that. So, I mean, I don't know much about Camilla per se, but she was the other woman, right? With Diana.
She was the other woman before they got married. During the marriage, I mean, Charles had sex with her the night before. They had a party at the castle. Diana was not allowed to attend, but Camilla attended. And then when they went on honeymoon, he wore the cufflinks that said C and C. And then he was phoning her from the yacht every day while on honeymoon. And then while Princess Diana took one of the books to read that he brought to read on his honeymoon, pictures of him and Camilla fell out of it. Okay. So I just want to push back a little bit on that. I just want to push back a little bit on that. Camilla doesn't want to be queen and Meghan Markle didn't want to be in the royal family. I disagree with that completely because Meghan, in her engagement interview, said, I'm ready to hit the ground running. Even in the Oprah interview, she said, I told him to use me. The problem was that she wasn't top dog. In regards to Camilla, prior to her being queen, being the queen's death, and whether it was, Charles was doing heavy lifting negotiation with Parliament, you would see Camilla everywhere, happy, chatting. You could not get enough of Camilla. Oh, she's happily with this cause here. Camilla, now that they got what they wanted, screw you. I don't want to be here. They don't need to make the effort. That's the way I look at it. Now, just look at Camilla prior to the queen dying and before the coronation. Look at her. We had Camilla everywhere. She was going to osteoporosis, the children. She was everywhere, happy looking. Oh, look at the future queen consort everywhere. Once the coronation came, why does she need to bother? Why bother? And the same goes for Meghan Markle. Now, Meghan Markle doesn't care anymore for the royal family. She feels she can trash it because she feels secured enough to use the titles. I mean, once it's for her behavior. But look at her before.
You think Meghan wanted to be there?
Of course.
I don't. I think she only wanted the glitz, though, not the work.
Yeah, but in order to get the glitz, she had to pretend she wanted it.
I don't know about that. Like it's the same thing when a person wants to work, but they don't want to put in work. Like
she did prior to her getting married and being engaged. Meghan was smiles everywhere. Remember that, Molly? Oh, Meghan Markle goes here with Harry. Oh, Meghan Markle looks like this. Meghan Markle does this. She's like, she couldn't get enough, and Harry still had balls. And I remember
you're talking about the work, right? Like you're not talking about
no, this is for her to get married. This is for her to hook the guy.
Yeah.
When they were engaged, they were going around doing stuff, and like she was everywhere with him, and she was all smiles, and oh my God, she didn't complain. Oh, I can't wait. They did the Fab Four thing on stage. Oh yes, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get the grassroots thing, everything.
So actually give him the googly eyes back then and stare at him coquettishly, and now she doesn't even look at him or touch him anymore.
don't touch, you can't touch it.
Yeah.
No, but I'm serious. Before she got when she got engaged and before she got married, just like I mean, Meghan was like, and Harry didn't allow her to hold hands. Remember that one where they're walking outside and she's with the Queen in the presence of the Queen, and she tried to hold Harry's hand, and Harry just pretended to tie his thing, his jacket, and completely didn't allow her to hold his hand or anything like that. She didn't even bow. She didn't even curtsy to the Queen leaving the church. This is why there's no footage of Meghan Markle when she just walked right past the Queen without curtsying to the Queen. Why the fuck would she need to curtsy anymore or anybody? She just gave the finger to everybody.
Yeah.
She's the only bride who has never curtsied to the Queen.
Yeah, I've posted footage of that before.
Yeah, but people say, no, she did. Where the fuck?
No, it's not a curtsy at all.
You know, and people say Meghan's small. I think Camilla loves Charles and will just be with him. I don't think she wants to. Well, if she didn't want to be queen, trust me, she would have not. She would have said, "I don't want to be queen," because she has a lot of influence in Charles.
Like the one when I say that Meghan didn't want to work, I don't know if y'all have seen those photos of her from Africa with the kids, and one of the little kids is like touching her hair, and she gets all grossed out and shit. That's what I mean by that. Like she didn't want to be around any.
She wasn't with Harry then. She wasn't with Harry then.
Okay, and you know all of this stuff that she put in, all the work that she put in, it just seemed fake. Like it was just she was doing it because she had to, not because she like when Catherine works and when we see Catherine in all of these photos that she has, it looks like she wants to be there and she wants to be doing things. And I just didn't get that from Meg.
Yeah, for Meghan, it's all been a show. If you, Andrew, if you go back and you look for an interview that Meghan did when she was with Corey, I think it was, and it was when back in, I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna look it up and I'll play.
I think it was 2016 when she was meeting Gina at the beginning, and Gina Crown from her original PR agency. And she came to the hotel room to meet Meghan. And Meghan came out with just a towel wrapped around her and told this PR person who was set on fixing her image that she wanted her image built as a humanitarian, as a philanthropist. She wanted to be seen as a giving person. So this was all just an act, a ruse from the very beginning that I think Meghan built up this fake, look at me, I'm a humanitarian. I care about others in like poor countries and all this. It was all just bullshit for her to build up a CV to throw in Harry's face and be like, look, I did the same thing you are into and your mother's into. I'm a humanitarian and I care about Africa too.
I think the easiest point for that is her profession that she was in. You know, the profession of acting, that's a cutthroat profession. You have to lie through your teeth. And then you're standing in front of people that you want nothing to do with, but you're trying to get a job. And I think that when like you were saying right now, you can easily point back to the profession that she was in because you have to pretend that you care about people. You have to pretend that you want to be at this meeting for a pitch and for a possible script. And then you hear a script that you don't like and you're like, oh, that shit sucks. But you're not going to say that with your face. Like that's so easy for her to do. She's already used to that because she was, I'm not going to say an actress, but, you know, some type of actress.
But she failed at that mostly.
Yeah.
She needed her father to set her up.
But I want to ask this question.
Here it is, Meghan. Here it is. It says here, when I arrived at Meghan's hotel room, her boyfriend, Toronto chef Corey Vitello, opened the door. She was in a toweling bathroom with her hair tied back.
And she came out like that?
Yeah. She said that in 2014, Meghan, when Gina and Kruger Cowan were working with, I'm sorry about the noise, were working with the One Young World Conference Youth Summit to inspire 18 to 30-year-olds. And Meghan already was over 30, by the way. And Meghan, who was starting US, expressed a keen interest in becoming involved. When I arrived at Meghan's hotel room, her boyfriend, Toronto chef Corey Vitello, Meghan still was officially married, by the way, to...
Who's still with Trevor.
Still with Trevor.
Divorce hasn't went through yet.
Well, he didn't know he was divorced. We just clicked, we spoke on the phone and through emails a number of times before actually meeting, but it was an instant connection. We hugged as we had known each other for ages.
Could you imagine Meghan? Okay, you're a PR agent coming to meet Meghan and see if this person will make a good client for your agency, right? For your PR agency. And Meghan comes out with just a toweling, like just a towel on, her hair back, and she hugs you with just a towel on. Like full, and we know these Meghan hugs, they're full body hugs to strangers. And he says right here,
very personal hugs.
It's very personal and very sexual too. She's very, very sexual. That's how yeah.
I mean, that's like low class right there. You come out in a towel only. I mean,
this is supposed to be your agent, and apparently she's a very, very well-known, how do you say, well respected, and it's in England, by the way. She's in England.
Mm-hmm. But keep going. If you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, on the 7th paragraph, it says so when she meets this girl, this PR agent, she says she wanted, and this is talking about Meghan, she was interested in humanitarian and philanthropic causes and in animal rights issues too. But her main focus was, and I still believe in and still is, women's rights. She wanted to be recognized as a humanitarian. So this is all just an act. This is all of this. Oh, I care about people. I'm a humanitarian. I'm interested in this. It's all just BS. That's it.
It's just an act. Yeah. This is her with a woman here.
Yeah. Full on manipulation from the very beginning. Like, look at Meghan is one of those. She's like, I call her like, what is it? Like a leech.
Chameleon. She's a chameleon.
Not even a chameleon, but she's like a leech. Like, she'll stick onto you and just suck everything from you until she's done using you, and then
that's the wrong choice of words.
Right?
Yeah. And listen to this.
Suck everything she can.
She wanted to develop.
Look at that, I am all red.
Listen to this. Sorry, Andrew.
The same thing like Princess Diana was. So she said when Meghan was back and said she would fire off emails to Gina, thanking her for her support. Her messages full of exclamation marks. What is she, like a teenager?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very American way. Sending love, XOXO, MM. She's a girl's girl. And we shared many stories, Gina said. She didn't talk much about her ex-husband or her divorce. I mean, for her, Trevor no longer existed. You know, for her, that was in the past and had no relevance. This is a man who was with her for 10 years and carried her, you know.
But look at what she's doing. Read the next line. She said, hold on. I'm still fond of Meghan, and there are things she told me that I'll never repeat, but it was clear to me that her relationship with Corey was coming to an end. So Meghan was already sowing seeds of like deceit about Corey and saying, who knows what, the same thing that she did to Thomas Markle, right? She did the exact same thing to her father with Harry. She told him things that he'll never probably repeat, that told him that things were not good between Thomas and Meghan. She did the same thing, and she did the same thing with Gina about Corey too.
But that sounds like a threat to her, to Meghan too. You know, bitch, I got stuff on you. If you, I read it like that. You know, like, I have stuff from Meghan that I'll never repeat unless the price is right. Clearly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing. I think she has stuff on a lot of people. I think that she's even probably got stuff on Harry. She's probably got stuff on him. You know, we've seen the way Harry is around other men, and that's his deal. But, you know, some people have said that she's his beard. So there's that.
Well, my son just sent me something that says Weinstein would have loved Meghan. Actually, Weinstein met Meghan in 2014 at Soho House at the vodka party. When they did, remember that, Molly? For the, let me post that here.
So can I ask a question? Why does nobody in the mainstream talk about Soho House?
I do.
Like why don't I ever hear that in articles?
Because when you sign up with Soho House, you're supposed to sign an NDA with the club and the waiver when you become a client to not speak about what goes on in the clubs and within the doors and stuff. That's
right.
Yeah. But you get like if
That
you
makes sense. Okay.
you can basically figure out the type of degenerate behavior that goes on inside there.
Well, yeah, these people are rich. I mean, they have all the money that they need. They don't have the other kind of stuff they thirst for is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Soho House. This is from the Grey Goose Vodka and Soho House, Toronto. Celebrate the Imitation Game. That's the movie. That's Imitation Game because she also was hanging out with the Budapest House and Soho House opening with Eddie Redmayne, who's very good friends with Harry and William. So it says here that highlights include producer Harvey Weinstein celebrated the Canadian premiere of the Imitation Game with a big bash that spanned the first 2 floors of the house. Weinstein was joined by cast member Keira Knightley, Matthew Good, and Alan Leach, as well as director. Other notable friends who attended the party and enjoyed elegant Grey Goose Levis cocktails included Nicholas, whatever, Meghan Markle, Wayne Gretzky. I know, I love Wayne Gretzky. Janet Jones Gretzky, his wife, and yeah. So yeah, she was there, Soho House and Grey Goose Vodka. So if Weinstein was there, what do you think Meghan wanting to sink her hooks on acting would have done?
I
Would
really
have got it right in her brown hole. That's what.
I really don't think it matters because she just wasn't a good actress.
No, darling, the brown hole. It's the other end.
Oh, sorry. But this is the thing that I tell you guys. Had she been that great in bed,
Sorry, Andrew. You're going so red.
I love it.
Yeah.
Had she been that great in bed, this woman would have hooked a man, a proper man. But she had to fly to North America because she was going. There was this Katie Hind who did an interview. I posted it on my YouTube and on my TikTok, where she's a Daily Mail. She says she met with Meghan Markle in 2013 while she was still married to Trevor, and she told her she was looking for British men while still married to Trevor in 2013.
I wouldn't doubt that. I think that when the real time when the nasty shit is going to come out is after the divorce, and that's when the real dirt is going to drop. And whether it's dirt about Harry and other men, that's his deal, or whether it's her dirt about her. And I think that we're looking at something where right now, see, the whole secrecy thing is the part that gets me. There must be some serious dirt somewhere with someone, whether it's the royal family, Meghan and Harry. I think that we're looking at something to where when you find out everything that happens, it's going to be in the future and it's going to happen. But right now, everything is still being held together. It's like a house of cards.
What do you think, Megan Small?
I think, yeah. I agree with Andrew. I agree with what he said. The real shit show is going to begin when the divorce happens.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for that. Get the popcorn ready, bitches. Right?
No, but you should have called yourself Megan's Hole, not Megan's Mole. God, no.
You want to get me completely demonetized, like completely thrown off the platform there? That's disgusting.
Hey, it's the truth. I mean,
I should call myself Megan's Brown Eyes.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Megan's Brown Eye.
Hey, so Paula, what do you think about this? Meghan Markle named the celeb with the best dress sense.
That needs to stop. That really needs to stop. I don't know how much money Meghan is wasting on those little puff pieces. Like those, how much do you think those cost to run in the Express? Some bullshit.
Probably a few $100, $500.
Oh, I was thinking more like a couple thousand.
No, because I think you only have to pay the writer, no?
And she writes it herself. All those puff shit, she writes them herself because she considers herself a writer.
Okay. I don't know.
You know, remember Sharon Lester said that Meghan, when she was a truly unknown, she would have 3 PR agencies posting stuff about her.
Article.
I'm sorry. I was just Catherine is at a military base today, right? So
I saw that.
I just saw a video came out of her riding on a tank, and that is just so badass. It's on the Royal Family Channel Twitter page.
royal family, but I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm allowed to do that. Let me see if I can do that. Let me see royal family channel.
It's just a post that they put up.
Okay, is it a short or videos?
It's just a little video that they have up on their Twitter page.
Oh, the Twitter page. Oh, the
Yeah.
royal family Twitter page. Oh, okay, sorry.
It's
The
okay.
royal family or Kensington?
No, the Royal Family channel. They have a Twitter page.
The real royal family channel, or
I'll just send you the damn link here.
please send
See,
it to
look, I found this PR. This is just straight Google. I found this PR firm here because didn't y'all say that she works with multiple PR firms, and to get 400 outlets, okay, 400 publications, it's only $700.
Oh, okay.
It's then, and it's even called the Ultimate News Network Package. 400 outlets, 237 million visitors, and 94 authority outlets. So
For just
it's
$700?
yeah, for $695 for
Holy
400 outlets. But I believe that's one story probably because, but it didn't. Who was it? Wasn't that what that was? Sunshine Sacks or some type of shit like that. What was that?
Yeah, that was Sunshine Sacks who was
See,
doing things like that.
That's what I'm saying. So if it's that cheap, $695,
Yeah,
imagine she's probably just paying that every time.
of course. And she runs like 6 or 7 of those a day. Look at this.
I love her, man. I'm in love with that lady, that girl, that woman. I love her.
She's incredible. How could you not love her? Like, just so down to earth, just hanging out with everyone. Later on,
your gorgeous legs, nothing like chicken legs.
They're nice.
Oh
and
no, she does
shapely.
squats. Damn right she does.
See her muscles?
Look at her, she's flying a drone here.
Look at that.
That's really good. That takes a lot to fly. Like, she's doing amazing. Have you guys ever flown a drone before? Those things are hard to handle.
I would be great at it, but I know
She's so good at it. Look at that. Look at how steady and straight she's keeping. That is some serious talent, okay? You got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, really.
And
Yeah.
did you notice that she didn't do this when the airplane was tried? Catherine was quiet. Nobody heard anything from Catherine because her husband was doing the first trial, which she did amazingly, by the way.
I can't hear you that well when the footage is showing, Paula.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear a word you said either.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that she didn't post any articles or anything to distract from William's Earthshot Prize nor the coronation. Everything was about her. Look at her. She looks amazing.
She took the time to speak with every single soldier there. No rushed or anything. She took her time to speak to each one. That's what matters. That's what counts. Unlike Meghan the Tramp, who has to just go in there and say, hi, nice to meet you, shake hand, move, hi, nice to meet you. Oh, hi, nice to meet you. Okay, let's go now, my bald, dim-witted idiot. Like, let's go.
Yeah,
that's how it is for her.
That's exactly what that is like. That's verbatim. I feel.
Yeah. Come here, you idiot. Let's go.
This is a good comment. Catherine is practicing to fly the drone around Montecito.
Well, she can't do that because then Boozy will cry like a little bitch.
Yeah, and you know what about the stalking that Samantha goes through, guys? I mean, you know that Samantha has had to move 4 times. You know that Samantha has had to move 4 times because of her being stalked.
Yeah,
I believe it. I believe
but that goes into the same thing. Rules for thee, not for me. Yeah. It's okay for Samantha to be stalked, but it's not okay for Meghan to. And actually, the Andy Signor and that woman, they weren't even close to her house. They were just like on the outskirts, and then they went to In-N-Out Burger. I don't understand
Well,
the
Yeah,
reason.
nobody knew her. Nobody knew of her. Nobody knew of her. You know, nobody knew of her or anything, who she was or anything like that. Nobody knows what her fucking order is. I mean, this woman only likes to toss salad. She doesn't like to eat the burger.
Oh.
Angelica, Aqua Girl, Paula, why didn't you go to Florida? Because a lot of stuff is happening here. There hasn't stopped raining, so there's a lot of stuff that needs my attention. One of them being the farm and the school as well. So this is why I haven't gone anywhere. But mostly, you know, so this is why I didn't go. I have to prioritize. And since we're not allowed to record in there, I didn't see the point of it because we can't record, we can't take pictures, we can't do anything. But mostly because it hasn't stopped raining and it's a lot of shit going on here that you guys have no idea. This is why your super chats are so appreciated and everything. And don't forget to click like, guys. Go sign up to Andrew and Megan's mole stuff, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, you got that.
Sign up.
Megan should be in court in like half an hour. We'll see.
35 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we can't live stream from inside the courtroom, and being outside, it just doesn't make any sense. This is this is the Earthshot prize. I mean, look at this. We have a prince saving the world while the other one is mocking his ass, his ginger ass, thinking that he's funny. Look at Prince William. Look how happy this man looks. He looks like he's thriving.
Yeah.
Look at that. With Kate Blanchett. I love Kate Blanchett. She's really great. But look at this man. I mean, did you know that they lit the whole landmarks green? Look at that.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Everything was green. Yeah, I saw that.
That's
I
power.
love Singapore. So beautiful.
Have you been there?
I haven't been, but I have friends that have been there and I want to go. Like, the country is so clean and so gorgeous. Like, I just want to go to the many like different food stands, like the hawker stands, and just eat my way through Singapore. Like, there are so many different cultures living in harmony there. There's like different sides of town to go to. Like, if you want to eat good food, go there. And it's cheap too.
Guys,
Yeah,
they're
I've heard
asking
that it is
the
cheap.
cloth gonna be there. The cloth must be there unless, you know, something something happened. But it is an in-person deposition. It is an in-person hearing. I found the chambers. I know some people are saying, oh, she doesn't have to show up. Actually, she does, because
He does have to show up. I don't know why these people keep saying that. Ugh. It's so annoying.
I just read another YouTuber's post on their community page, and they're saying that she doesn't have to show up. So I understand why people are getting mixed messages. What I heard from Lady C is that unless Meghan is in a coma somewhere and gets a
That's what I
doctor's
said.
note, Lady C said that she has to be in court.
Yeah,
Some
that's what
people-
I said also. I said that she has to be intubated somewhere in order for her not to show up.
Mhm.
I've been saying this from the beginning. She has to be like intubated, almost death, at death's door, proven, but she can't do that. She was just having a party. Where was she having a party? At the Katy Perry dancing, the white dancing that she was doing at Katy Perry's thing.
Yeah, that was at the Katy Perry concert.
You know, and oh my God, Small, I saw that scandal with
Oh, so horrible. I was going to do a live about it later. If you want to join, we'll talk.
Yeah, what is that about? I was gonna ask what happened.
I mean, and for this, Bosie's trashing them.
Standing on the side of a freeway. Montecito, next 3 exits. So they're not even near the Montecito town line yet. It's 3 exits away.
Yeah, but you have to understand why people like Boosie are like that, because they're afraid. He's a coward. He likes to be able to say whatever he wants on the phone. But if you were to meet that dude in person, he's a little bitch. I would tell Boosie to his face, you're a little bitch, bro.
Andy's face.
I told you, you got to get him out of his house first to do that.
For real.
Stay away. You're stealing my thunder. Look at his shorts and Andy's shorts. Oh my God, that is so. People were actually honking, you know. And this is Meghan's, and they didn't allow him to film or take pictures. Did you know that, guys?
Where?
In the In-N-Out Burger.
Well, In-N-Out, you're not supposed to take any footage or anything. So I'm trying to figure out how their photographer got a photo from inside In-N-Out.
Look at this.
I
This
talked to the manager.
for. Look at this. All the landmarks lit in green.
Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous.
Oh, there's Meghan with those legs. Oh my God. This has been reduced to.
So I have a question. I want a serious answer to this
Yeah.
question. Does she know that her legs look like that? Because that looks really bad.
I think this is my opinion. Meghan clearly thinks that she has legs for days. And I feel like she's been
5'7".
she's 5'3" in my opinion.
She's 5'3".
Not
Yeah,
5'7".
she's not she lied about her height. She's not 5'7" or 5'9" as she's claiming.
Centimeters. So I don't
She's
understand.
Not 5. She's 5'3".
She's very short.
Yeah.
Oh
She's
my
short.
God.
If you look at her picture of when she's in Morocco and she's wearing flats and she's standing right beside Harry, her head just touches his shoulder when she's in non-heel shoes. Yeah. So what was I saying? But what I was trying to say is that Meghan, in my opinion, she thinks she has legs for days. And she's said this before. She thinks her legs are her greatest assets. I feel like, in my opinion, that maybe some man told her that she has amazingly great legs just to get her into bed. And that has always stuck with her.
A paying client.
Yeah, maybe a paying client. I don't know, a couple shekels here. Who knows? But I feel like maybe a man told her, hey, you have nice long legs for days. And she's always thought that she's got long
That's
legs.
literally not even possible, because that's why I said, I was like, oh, she's 5'7". In order to have legs for days, you have to be like 5'10".
Yeah.
And she's 5'3". I mean, I'm 6'4". That means she would be a little tiny thing compared to me. Jesus.
Listen,
Christ,
I'm
5'3".
5'7" myself, and I don't think I have legs for days.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think that.
No, I'm 5'7". I used to be 5'8", but then I had a car accident. And I have a compressed.
Oh yeah, the compressed disc. Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, it's a T12 and L1. So it's a perfect. They're completely compressed. This is why I'm always having problems with my back. But
Oh,
you know,
no.
I used to be 5'8", but it's amazing how you shrink. You know, and how you feel it. This is the CV that was out. And
Look at the number. Look at the number. I remember that. Look at her position. 28,564. That's how much she sucks. She's that low on the number.
but she's an actress, supermodel.
Oh
and
my God.
she's Caucasian.
Oh, that's too funny.
He's Caucasian.
Yeah, white. Yeah, white. That's right. I remember that. Yeah, white.
I mean, and I don't understand, because I have always this debate with Pete Dinah. Why is the Black community claiming a white woman as their own? A white woman who actually hates them.
It's a race thing. I think it's because hold on. We got to tread carefully here. How do I say this without not getting political? That when it comes to the Black community, they will support anyone as long as they're Black. That's the farthest I'm going to go. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh yeah, and this is Meghan and Harry's longtime bodyguard, only guarding Meghan while the blood royal gets left behind.
But hold on. So nobody has answered this question. Did Meghan show up at the airport with Cameron and Zoe?
Nope. And I don't think they took.
I haven't seen those photos either.
And I don't think they took the flight either with them, because the paps were there.
Yeah.
And they were all arriving at the same time. We never see them get in the plane or get out.
Yeah, because all the photos that I saw of Cameron Diaz and Zoe Saldana, they're not with Meghan.
What do you think, Megan Small?
No, I never thought that they went in the same jet at all, ever. Because we saw photos of Cameron Diaz, Zoe Saldana, and a couple other people that were taken earlier in the day, and they were standing on the tarmac together, waiting to get on the plane. There are photos of them. So where were Harry and Meghan? They weren't there. And when you look at seating, we saw that Cameron Diaz was seated right behind Celine Dion, but Harry and Meghan were sat somewhere else with a couple of people with a cooler behind them too. Did you notice the people that were sitting behind Harry and Meghan had a mini cooler with them?
Gotta bring the drinks.
I didn't know you could still take drinks into an arena like that.
Celine Dion, sweetie, if you're Celine Dion, I'm sure that they will allow you to do. I mean, not if you're Harry and Meghan, but if you're Celine Dion, I'm pretty sure.
No, but it wasn't Celine Dion. It was someone else.
Oh, well, but they were sitting in Celine Dion's box, right?
No, they were sitting in a different section.
No, they were sitting with a blonde woman and another man.
Yeah. Well, they were sitting with Misha Nunu. Here, that's the photo, but then I have a bigger photo somewhere else. But there was like a white woman or
and this is a sugar that was there too.
Yeah.
Pictures.
There, click on that second photo. Yeah. So that's where Harry and Meghan were sitting, but then Celine Dion and Cameron Diaz were in a whole different box, in a whole different section.
Oh, yeah.
Not anywhere close to that.
Yeah, they were to the left of Meghan Markle.
Mm.
You know, so is this the one that you said that this is the cooler?
Yeah.
Maybe they allow that for water and stuff like that because, you know, that maybe.
No, man, because if you open the picture, sorry, that person has a Ziploc bag and looks like homemade sandwiches in there. Like, what in the ghetto? Seriously.
Wow.
You're not allowed to bring. Yeah, look, that's a Ziploc bag with like something in it. Like, what is that? Hard-boiled eggs? Could you imagine stinking up your whole section with hard-boiled eggs?
Look at Harry's head.
You could flash a laser off of that. Like, look at that thing.
That's the same question I have. Does he know that he looks like that?
I don't think he does. He can't see up there, but hopefully after posting it,
come on, man. How are you not gonna know that you look?
The fact that he made fun of William's baldness.
Oh, but look, I don't know how they always, you know, they like this blurry looks because they don't look at this. It looks like he has a lot of hair there. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people were saying that he spray paints his bald patch or what we call it. You know how embarrassing.
Yeah.
Imagine if that was running down his thing. Can you imagine if that was running down his thing? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Anille. Tack. Tusen tack. Frasverige. Tusen tack. This is from Sweden. Thank you very much. Yeah, but I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, this is why. And you know why? And I've said this before, Molly and Andrew. The only reason why I mock their appearance is because this man mocked a matron at Eton School, somebody who's shown him kindness.
Yeah. Well, that's why. But it's also it's a way of that these people in their mind, they think they look better than they actually are. Like, and that's why I said that. That's why I asked both of y'all that about the Meghan photo with her legs. Does she know that she looks like that, or in her mind is she delusional, and does she think that she has like these, like Meghan's most said, legs for days? I mean, you could be looking at some serious mental problems here. And then look at Scabies. Geez, apparently that guy used to look like a different person.
Well, if you think about Meghan Markle, she's always told she's beautiful by everybody because nobody had the heart to tell her you're not that special, you know? And I know his father always told her that she was a princess and this and that, but you know, you can spoil or pamper your children and still your children might, because let's not, Siri, I love you. Because it's like Prince William was also pampered or spoiled if you like, but Prince William is a totally different character, is he?
Well, that's the real question. Why is it that Harry's lost his mother and he's acting like a bitch? And why is it that William isn't? Why are these two men so different? You know, like I said, I had a brother. My brother passed away, but me and him were polar opposites, right? So when it comes to not having a mother, I don't know what that's about. But with these two men, why is it that they've both lost their mother? And William seems perfectly fine. He seems like a perfectly well-adjusted person. And Harry doesn't. See, and I think that just has to do with a mental thing. The dude's an immature person, and he's a child trapped in a man's body. And earlier, I believe Megan's Mole said that Megan is also, yeah, that's hilarious. And she said that Megan is also immature, you know, or you said that, Paula, right? That she writes like a 13-year-old girl, because both of people are immature.
Yeah, but that's because everybody's always told her she was trying to play like Princess Diana. You know, look, my God. I swear to God, man, where do you get these?
From other creators.
Carry a big baby. Artemis. Oh, Artemis is great.
Artemis is great.
And look at the dog pooping on her boots and stuff like that. I mean, Andy, now that you've joined this and you've seen more, what are your perceptions of this woman? Andy, you haven't been following too long, right?
No, just since January. I'm thinking, even when it started, I knew we were looking at a Black Widow, someone that knows exactly what they're doing, someone that is exploiting everyone. And I had said that on a show very recently. She's like Amber Heard, but Amber Heard was only a trial. This woman is doing an Amber Heard to the whole world. Oh. And everything is fake. Everything is a lie. Everything. And she's used, you know, I was going to say sexuality, but she's not that sexy. Like, she's used herself for this man, and he's fallen for it. And I feel like she was the catalyst to make him feel free, because I know I've read reports where they were saying that while he was in the royal family, he didn't feel like he belonged and all this kind of bullshit, which basically sounds to me like he was just bitching because he wasn't going to be king. But when you look at who she is and then who this man is, it just feels like she's a very, very deceptive person, and she's really she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly how to exploit people, and she's doing it. And the only reason that we're getting, that you, Megan's Mole, you know, you, Paula, and I, the only reason we get shit talked about us is because we're calling her out, and all of these other people have fallen for it. That's why.
Yeah. We're getting called out for speaking the truth.
Yeah.
It's not Megan's truth. It's the truth. Our opinions are way too honest for a snowflake like Meghan to handle.
Which is interesting, because I'm pretty sure that on, you know, one of those many accounts she has, she's probably really vicious. She's probably one of those people that talks a lot of shit online. And like Boosie, he's a little bitch if you were to meet him in person. But when they're online, when they're on the phone, oh, they got a big old pair of balls, don't they?
Yeah, and they hide behind fake profiles. That's what, you know, everybody's very brave. All the hate mail that I get, you know, all the threats that I got, you know, that I had to spend a Saturday at the police because of the threats I got, you know, for the school and stuff like that. Because I had to spend a whole Saturday morning because of that. But they're all anonymous. Paula Socks 20. Oh no, Paula Socks. I don't know. It's like trying to send me horrible emails, you know. So, you have to, because sometimes they send it to other schools and stuff like that, and they take it seriously.
Like, they reported that Andy Signor thing. They called the police. There was some people that I saw in the comment section that they said, "Oh, reported. We're gonna go and report them." Why are you reporting them? I thought that you people were supposed to be so badass.
I think that Ozzy has blocked me, but let me see. Oh yeah, see, I'm blocked. Why did he block me? I'm so lucky.
Because we're connected.
Look at that. Look at this one right here. I don't know if you can see that profile. That one is the one that posted the Andy Signor. I don't know if you can read it or it's backwards.
Which one? Wait, let me see. Let me enhance it here. Let me see that. About Dread 3. Okay, let's go there.
Yeah.
About Dread 3. Let me see.
Yeah.
Because Bozy has me blocked. I don't know why. I'm so nice.
And that's where I saw this this tweet about Andy and Steph the Altar Nerd. Excuse me.
Oh, I got this guy blocked. I'm gonna block him. I blocked him because he was nasty to me.
Yeah. See, because he was nasty to you, but then they're crying because Andy and Steph, the altar nerd, are doing this in person.
Yeah, I'm in his video, but I don't see it. He's let me see if you can tell me. I'm gonna post it here so you guys can tell me where it is because I can't find it.
It says, so didn't this lying walrus say he wasn't gonna do this?
Is it? It says it's
It
last
looks
night.
like it was from a day ago.
Oh, look, he even made a YouTube video about it. Go up right here. So
Where?
now, so I can officially say I can featured without my permission in Newsweek. This
I can
idiot
officially
thinks
say that I was featured in Newsweek without my permission, mind you, but I was featured in there.
Pause
So
it for a
the other
second.
day, I sent out this tweet.
I've been featured in Daily Mail. Dan Wooden even came on live when he was doing his show and said that Paula M on her TikTok account. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
By the way, I got quite a few subscribers thanks to that. I mean, the global. There's even articles. An article that published my thing where Meghan is going through the car. You know, there's in many articles with my thing. But yeah, go ahead.
But let's just say this idiot thinks that when he puts a tweet out on a public platform, that Newsweek has to come or other publications have to come and ask him for permission to use his tweet in their publication.
I mean, not everybody. There are, a lot of people are morons. But also, why is he saying that? He said, without my permission. You moron. They weren't talking shit about you. They were using your tweet in a good way.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
What are you bitching about, you stupid idiot? I don't understand these people, and that's just what happens when you're dumb.
Yeah, because Newsweek is pro Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were also pro Amber Heard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't get this shit. You know, I really don't get it, guys. I
think it's all connected. I think you go, because this is actually something I'm still trying to do research on. I think there's a connection, okay, between these four women, between Evan Rachel Wood, between Amber Heard, between Meghan Markle, those three women. And you know that in the last year, those three, well, not Meghan, but Amber and Evan Rachel Wood, they accused men, right? And those three, they're all connected to Gloria Steinem. And I think that when I'm still trying to do this research and I haven't figured out the exact way, but I think that they're all connected to that woman right there. And she's the reason that a lot of this stuff goes down. And also she's a big PR person. So that's why you look at, I don't know if you remember, Paula, or if you were around for that, the Amber Heard fans are the exact same as the Meghan Markle fans.
absolutely.
They are.
So that's why I think that there's definitely a connection there. And then you saw the Evan Rachel Wood accusations were very similar to the Amber Heard accusations, because these three women, Meghan, Amber, and Evan, they're all connected to Gloria Steinem. Now, you know, I'm still doing research and I'm going to find the connection there, but I think that's where it is. And then also a PR company, probably the people that they know, journalists that they have on speed dial, stuff like that.
You know, also I was going to say it's going to be really interesting because to know a little bit, because how connected they were to the Weinstein production company too.
Yeah.
You know, because all of these things are interlinked, in my very humble opinion. You know,
Well, the one thing I'll say about Weinstein is that he did target women that were good actresses. So I don't know if Meghan's going to be fitting in that list, because she's just, and look, and I can say that because I've literally had to go and watch her movies. I did a short recently where I was watching some stupid shit. It's the Random Encounters movie, and it's so bad. These are such bad movies that you realize you're not very good at your job, Meg.
How can you imagine? I mean, and then she complained about that Deal or No Deal, and then because she was objectified, and then she's putting herself half naked at Invictus, re-traumatizing the vets by showing those skanky legs, you know, wearing really inappropriate clothes, wearing fake tans, and eyelashes and stuff like that. She really, if you think, look at it, she was at a veterans march or fake, whatever you want to call it. But these people were fully wearing uniforms, like in full garb, But no, oh no, she's wearing a shorts that are shorter than the jacket that she's covering, and she's traumatizing everybody with her skanky legs, with her chicken legs.
But she thinks she looks good. That's the thing.
I mean, what do you think, Molly?
I'm really just
At a loss for words.
What do you think? We're gonna close very soon. What do you think about, with just a few minutes? What do you think of Prince Harry and Meghan putting out that they were not invited to the King's 75th birthday party?
I'll give you my serious opinion on that, because I even said this on Twitter when it came out. And let me pull up my Twitter, because I'm just gonna say word for word what I wrote, because this is exactly how I feel.
Okay, here, I'll get it. I'll get you here.
I think she put out both stories.
Meghan.
No, I said that.
I said
that. Okay, so I basically wrote that, would it surprise anyone if Harry and Meghan told one of their cheerleaders, being Roya, a BS story only to use another one of their useful idiot cheerleaders to rebut the story?
Yep.
I believe Harry and Meghan are at the point where now they're putting out bullshit stories just to have another one of their people just to put out another story to keep their name in the press. That's it. It's a constant bait and switch, basically. They have nothing
all the time.
Yeah,
Yep.
they have nothing to offer anymore. So this is how they can keep themselves in the news.
And that's how that notion that she just said, that lends itself to what I always talk about. I think that every single one of these stories comes from Meghan in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter if it's Newsweek, Daily Mail. It doesn't matter if it's New York Post. I think every single one of these things, eventually you follow the branches and they will lead back to Meghan being the tree.
100%. 100%. All roads lead back to Meghan.
The leaky ship. Remember, everybody says that as soon as Meghan got in there, leaky ship. Everybody said, so many leaks, Shallon Lester and everybody else. And I wonder how the lawsuit with Shallon Lester is going, because she's awfully quiet. I hope she didn't settle.
Yeah.
Because she hasn't done any more things and stuff like that. But anyways, I'll let you guys go.
Okay.
Thanks for coming. And Andrew, whenever you want us, we can be on your channel doing live, so we can get our subscribers onto your channel, and they can click subscribe. Please go subscribe. I left a pinned comment on the on this live with Andrew's channel and Meghan's Mold's channel. Okay. Apparently, Andrew, Meghan is going to do a live, so I'm going to join her. You send me the live, and if you want to pop by and say hi, I'm inviting you, not to my channel.
We'll see. We'll definitely see what happens. Definitely.
And then because I'm also that thing about the crown, Frederick of Denmark, what an idiot. He's such an idiot. But anyway,
live about that later.
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah.
Okay. I'll set it up and I'll send it.
And we'll see if we have any news on Samantha too. I'm gonna call the torch.
Yeah, that's the one I need. I'm trying to get that information. The one on, because they're about to go to court right now. 7 minutes. It's already going to be 1:30.
So let's go look and see if we can find any info, and we'll go through there.
If you go onto pacer.com, I've seen this floating through the comments as well. Pacer.com is a US court system site. Basically, you sign up, make an account with them, and then you have to pay for the filing if you want it.
Let me see just 1 second, because I have this here, and I wanted to make sure that this is because I get STG Logistics.
Yeah, this is the Pacer one. I had tried to use this, and it said you had to be an attorney.
Yeah.
No, you can, hold on.
But I get something else when I click on Pacer. This is what I get. I'll show you, because I'm not joking with you guys. This is maybe because where I am, I'm not allowed to use it. But look,
no, this is public access to court electronic records. Oh, no, you got to go pacer.uscourts.gov.
Okay,
pacer.uscourts.gov.
Oh, this is the one.
Yeah.
And then you search for a
This
case.
is all public access. Yeah, you can search for a specific case by court, and then you got to just make an account. And I think for the papers, you got to pay a small fee. But I'm sure if one of us pays, we can then all share.
Yeah.
I don't mind paying for it, and then we can all share it. Like, I don't care. Or we can figure
okay,
something
here
out
it
later. Yeah.
is. Oh, all right.
Yeah. My friend also can get me the account because she has access to court documents. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask
Yeah,
her.
if you get those, shoot them over to me.
I will. But my friend is she is the one who sent. She gives me. She calls the courts and everything. She's a lawyer, but she's very high up. So I can I can ask her to send the transcripts and stuff like that. So, but let's all share and we can actually go through them live. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be real good. That would be definitely good.
Yeah. But anyways, thanks for coming, guys. Don't forget
Thank
to
you,
like,
Paula.
share, subscribe, and we'll see you later with Meghan Small. Hopefully Andy can join us and we'll have more info on Meghan Markle's thing. I'm going to try and get the transcripts because I think it's just a short hearing, like 45 minutes.
Yeah, it should be real short, a motion hearing. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll know. I don't know if it'll pass immediately, whether it'll go through or not.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll find out.
We'll find out what happens. Yeah.
Thank guys. And thank you for
Okay.
always watching. And thank you very much. And go subscribe to these two beautiful people.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I can't wait till Friday.
Yes. It'll be fun.
Okay. I'll see you then. Bye.
Bye, Andrew. Okay, he's gone.